Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Sketch Sunday, where Crystal from Pineapple Papers and I are doing a little bit of a 30 days of sketches revisited, where we are going back into Christy's Beautiful Life, her awesome series of 30 days of sketches, of which there are 4 editions. And we randomly chose some sketches to do. So this week's sketch is this one here that you can see. And it is from the first day, day 1 of the 3rd series. So hashtag 30DSCBL3 will allow you to find that one over on Instagram. And also I mentioned, I think I mentioned it last week, but Christy does have a playlist on her channel with all of the sketches and videos and therefore layouts from all 4 series. So let's see what we did this week. I'm not sure about this one, people, really. So here is my layout. Now, the first thing that I did is I turned the layout on its side this way. So you can see that portion here and that portion here is fairly true. But then I took this to be a little bit of mixed media, and I really did want some mixed media, but I did not want to do my entire page on white cardstock. As you know, if I use white or vanilla cardstock, I like to back it, or I should say frame it, or outline it, or ink it. But this time I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I decided I wanted to put some pattern paper. And here I went back to that lovely, lovely collection from Sweden that my lovely friend Karina sent me, and I had this piece as is on my desk left over from a layout. And I put it there, and I thought, you know what, that's just perfect. It leaves a little bit of white cardstock. This is not a busy pattern. It's quite a subtle pattern. So I like that. But then this mixed media, I didn't feel fit there, and I didn't want it there. And I felt this white was a little bit stark. So I just used one of my Tim Holtz stencils, some Dazzlers that I still have, which I think was maybe gummy bear green or apple green. And it has not dried out. It's still perfectly usable. So I got that down here, and I love it. So I sort of flipped the sketch on its side and then sort of mirrored the mixed media and this little cluster, which is very similar. It's sort of the same spot, but it's just over on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. So I don't know, I think you can still see the sketch, and I kind of like the outcome. So I took 3 photos and sort of arranged them a little bit as a film strip, as was done here. And here I just put a piece of pattern paper. This might have been a journaling card. And if you can see here in the sketch, the title took up the entire card and it was on the side. I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to get my journaling done here because I put the mixed media here, so I couldn't put any of the journaling here. So I wanted to get the journaling here. So I put my, and this is a piece of paper that I had left from that lovely International Scrapbooking Day kit I got from Christina last year, the photo play, this year I should say, the photo play You Had Me at Paper. So I got all of that done, and then I really just went into my bowls and got a few little die cuts or punched out shapes or chipboard that I had. So there is nothing new here. This is a chipboard from a Chamel collection. Symbolizes home, because this was a large garden when my sister from another mister was out in the country, and we could do, as an extended family, a very, very large vegetable garden. We were all almost self-sufficient, I would say, for about 3 or 4 years. So my journaling here is, there is nothing better than being able to pick your own lunch fresh from the garden. Something I sorely miss, but do hope to do again someday. So I got that little journaling here. I thought this wood veneer, this lovely little dragonfly that I had in my bowl, was perfect since it's a gardening photo. Just two little, this is from, I think this is from Doodlebug. This was a printable that I got when I was a patron of Victoria Marie. Chipboard from, I believe, Altenew. This was just a punched out shape that was my bowl. And I realized that I don't really have, a lot of this is very green, but there is a little bit of pink, muted pink in the background here. So I just put this little colorful punched out shape that I had, a little bit of yellow because I felt it went with the green. This is sort of a green yellow, so the green and yellow. Butterflies goes with the garden. Another little wood veneer, Nature's Salad Bar, which is I used some L's Studio alphas that I had in my stash, pointing to this lovely garden. Then you see here, there's a little bit of a circular, and I think this was probably meant to be, again, a little bit of mixed media. Mist may be applied with just sort of the little nozzle, the end of the nozzle. And I didn't quite know what to do here, so I really just went to get sort of a brush tip marker, and I did that. I'm not so sure. I really didn't like the way it sort of ended and hit the ends here, which is why I've got some enamel dots. I went and just finished off a Your Next Stamp entire sheet, and these are yellow glittery enamel dots. So I just put those there because I really didn't like the way it finished. I'm not sure I like this little circle, but it sort of replicates it a little bit from what was in the sketch. And then brought the enamel dots up to this little area here. There was just this little tiniest of holes in there. And there you have it. So there is my take on day 1 from the 3rd series. So here you go again. Here is the sketch, and I will leave it here for just a couple of seconds. If you would like to pause and take a screenshot of this. So again, I flipped it on its side and then sort of mirrored some little bits of it. So there you go. So I hope you are all having a great December so far. Are you all about scrapbooking December and Christmas, or are you still doing some of your regular scrapbooking? Are you scrapbooking a little bit of the summer because it's cold and you want to warm yourself up with some summer photos? Tell me what you're scrapbooking about lately. Pop on down below to find the link, of course, to Crystal's channel. Her layout will be up today as well. And Christy will be participating as and when she can. As you know, she has 3 kitties. She's back to work doing December stuff. I don't know how she does it. I'm tired half the time just listening to what Christy has going on. So she'll be participating when she can. Thank you for being here. If there is a particular sketch from any of the series that you would like to see Crystal and I take on in January, because we've chosen the sketches for this month, but in January, please don't hesitate to PM me or send me the sketch from one of Christy's sketches that she had chosen. Talk to you soon. Bye.